Oh. I'm really curious to know what's going to happen on that one on Monday. So, Eric, make sure you get back with her because
texting
that one's
right
something
now.
else. We were talking about Chat GPT can do a lot of things for you. And my husband said, hey, I'm going to send you this thing. Tell me what you think about it. And then I'm reading it and I go, it sounds real formal. Like there's words in there that they just sound
not
real formal.
in your particular wheelhouse.
And he was like, I wrote that on Chat GPT. I was like, oh, yeah, that's interesting.
You know what, though?
I wonder if I could say, write something and say, fix this and make it sound like a third grader said it.
And it would match your vocabulary?
It would sound like me.
But sometimes, y'all, it gets things wrong. Okay, so, we do the rapid fire quiz every Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock.
Which I won, thank you.
Eric, you recommended that I try and use Chat GPT, so I tried it out, and honestly, it got a lot of questions wrong. I was like, wait, that's not right. That's not the right answer. So I went back and I'd have to Google and check, and I'm like, no, it's wrong.
How did you say? Did you say, hey, Chat GPT, write me a trivia game, or what'd you ask?
I said, give me 50 questions about current pop culture, easy level. And it gave me these questions, and a lot of it I'd already done, but then a lot of it was wrong. I could say maybe 20% were wrong, and I'm like, I can't use this.
Where do they even get their answers from?
I don't know. I got the app, but I don't know.
Does Chat GPT go into like the Google world?
I look at it like
and find stuff.
I look at it like a car. It's like I know how to drive one. I don't know how to take one apart.
Speaking of like weird technology, did you see MGM? What happened? Like all those casinos are down in Vegas.
The movie studio? Oh no, the movie studio.
The hotel in Vegas. Cyber dudes hacked it.
Did they hack into the Sphere? The Spear?
No.
Just MGM. All the properties.
Just the slot machines or what?
And some people say they make like $33 million a day, and they've been shut down for a couple of days. Like I think this is the third or fourth.
Oh my God! MGM Grand or the whole hotel group?
So they're going to have to go old school, get the old-fashioned slot machines that aren't computerized.
On TikTok yesterday, they were showing people like in the MGM, there's nobody on the floor. There's no gambling going on.
Oh, wow.
So weird.
It's like...
I'm telling you, man, it's Rise of the Machines.
I think they went...
The apocalypse.
The guy that supposedly, the cyber people that are doing the ransom, is a Russian, and he went to LinkedIn, found an employee, and went to HR with that name or something somehow and got in really easy.
Really?
And caused all this...
He probably watched Ocean's 11 like 12 times in a row.
And he's holding for ransom,
right?
so...
Try and fake all this.
I'll tell you what, though.
If they want like $80 million, I'd be like, give it to them, because if you're losing $33 million a day...
That's just a couple of days' work right there.
Yeah, but then there's no... I mean...
Well, you got to get it back.
Do you want to be the one that teaches them a lesson, or do you want to be the one that's out of business?
$30 million in ransom.
So, yeah, if they want $30 million ransom and you're losing that a day...
who threatened to leak...
Yeah. So now you've been down for 3 days.
Threatened to leak what, Sam?
The data.
The
data of what? The data of what? Like of people's identities who have stayed at the hotel or what?
No, that's all it says.
I remember my wife did
literally
something.
the hackers.
She worked there for 6 weeks.
Data.
At MGM?
$30 million.
She worked in Vegas or at the
Vegas.
hotel group?
In
In Vegas, they had her do all the hotel, like she had to do all the accounting, so she was telling me like what games got the
most,
best, like what made the most money, all the stuff that she saw.
Wow.
So you know what games not to play.
I know.
That's why Eric goes to that
against
one
you.
slot machine and puts the $100 bill in there and thinks he's going to hit like 80,000.
That one's a win. That's the.
But all this cyber stuff you guys are talking about, like if you get your identity stolen, my ex-wife had her identity stolen. It took her almost 3 years to get her life back. Like some jackass actually mortgaged a house under her name. She didn't even know about this stuff. So it's something to be taken really, really seriously. I mean, you've got to protect it. And that's why passwords are so complex now. If you have to, it requires an uppercase, lowercase, a number, a symbol. It's got to be 12, characters.
Don't use the same one for everything. And
you can't use the same one for everything or you're going to get hacked.
Because what was that thing on Apple? They said you have to update your thing because the Apple keychain got hacked into or something.
You ever get somebody like, all of a sudden you're like watching Netflix, like, who the hell is this person?
Oh, they got in your profile?
I've had that twice. Once on Netflix and once on
Really? And then what
Disney.
happened?
You just kick them off.
And change password?
Somehow they got on there.
Sometimes it does perplex me. Like when you go to the continue watching section, because what shows I've been watching, I'm like, I've not been watching that one. And then I call my daughter. I'm like, are you watching this? And like, no. I'm like, who the hell's on this account? Who's watching this?
So
my dad was told
go ahead, Kev.
that these folks from Russia were watching his Netflix, and because he was unable to get on because too many screens were watching it, and then he had like the tech person from who knows that show him, look, there's people watching from Russia right now.
Oh my God.
Kevin, they're watching from Russia.
When you, oh my God. But for real, when you find somebody else's profile on there, do you have to shut down your Netflix and redo your password?
You
or
can
what
just
do
change your
does that mean?
password.
Just change the
Go
password.
into your
I know,
settings and
but
change
does
your
that mean
password.
they got into other stuff and you should worry that they got into all your other things? Or is it just like a Netflix isolation?
I mean, if you use the same password for everything, then yeah,
I
that's
think
why
some
you
people
don't.
just want to get into Netflix. They're that cheap.
Well,
It's like for all that knowledge you have to be able to do that,
yeah.
you should be able to afford Netflix.
Yeah,
One of
if
my
I
friends-
had that kind of knowledge, I'm going to pull a big bank heist. I'm not going to get into somebody's Netflix
I'm on
account.
line 2 real quick. This guy.
Yeah. Let's go to Jesse. I just saw that. He was at MGM last night. Hi, Jesse. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Morning,
There.
Jesse.
So is it
Did you
true?
just get back and you were there last night? Or for those just tuning in, Eric said that there was some hack and everything is shut down. There's nothing on the casino floor going on because the digital machines got hacked into.
Yeah, so it was pretty terrible. I checked in Tuesday morning at like 7 a.m. and they can't check you in electronically, so you got to do everything manually, like on paper.
Oh, wow.
And
1985.
Yeah, there was like an hour wait to check in.
Oh, wow.
Good grief.
And then on the casino floor, at the slot machines, whenever you like cashed out of the machine, you had to call the attendant and they had to cash you out right there.
Oh, wow.
And so you were always waiting for
So you
people.
get a
And
bucket of
then
coins.
Were the tables going though for like
Yeah, can you play
blackjack and
cards?
about half the tables were going,
Okay.
and which that was pretty normal.
Yeah, 'cause
but
it's
there
not
was
digital.
zero sports betting.
stuff? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
They
wouldn't
couldn't-
think.
couldn't do sports
I
betting.
didn't think about that this weekend, so they're like freaking out. They're like, what's
Oh,
today?
yeah.
Thursday?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's Thursday night football tonight, and then all of a sudden you got college football starting, and then NFL. Oh.
Did they
Monday.
say,
There were
Jesse,
lots.
when they thought it was going to get back up and running? Did they give you any kind of heads up on that? They even know?
No, they don't know. They have no clue.
See,
Oh,
this is
solid
just the
people
tip
like
of the
that.
iceberg. It really is, because wait till this starts happening across America in all types of businesses.
Well, that's why I bet everyone in Vegas is clenching their cheeks,
Yeah.
hoping that doesn't happen.
They're
to
not
them.
next.
It happened in radio. Some company got their whole stuff stolen. I think was it Cox Broadcasting?
Yeah, and they had to run the same music for 3 days in a row.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh
Because they
my
couldn't get
I
into
think
their
they
couldn't
did
get
system.
into there,
in
yeah.
Houston too. All those stations.
I think
Wow.
And like that's why they had all this. You got to be careful.
Because everything's computerized now. Wow. Crazy.
Well, we are not computerized. This is not AI Rule and Ryan show. We are real people.
Oh, you can
and
tell
nobody
because
can hack
AI
into
could
us.
not screw up like the like the way we do.
All right, coming up next, guys, in Celebrity Scoop, we have a chance for you to get your Halloween on in San Antonio. At SeaWorld, we'll hook you up with that. And Olivia Rodrigo announced her show yesterday. I'll tell you how to get $20 tickets.
Radio right here
Time for your daily scoop. Roula and Ryan Celebrity Scoop.
on KRBE.
It's brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. As Halloween is upon us, you're going to get your Halloween on. Sam, I saw your pumpkins from the dollar store yesterday.
Oh
on your
my
Instagram.
gosh, aren't they cute? Dollar Tree.
But you
Your
got those from the Dollar Tree?
pumpkins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eric, they
They're not
look
real
really
pumpkins.
nice.
They're plastic.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah. Okay, so Hallow Scream is happening at SeaWorld in San Antonio. We have a 4-pack of tickets to experience the biggest and scariest Halloween in Texas. It's running starting tomorrow, September 15th, and it goes all the way through October 29th. If you are caller 10 at 713-390-KRBE, you score a 4-pack of tickets to get into SeaWorld's Howl O Scream. All right, here we go. Olivia Rodrigo yesterday at 9 o'clock in the morning. That was our big concert announcement. She is coming to Houston on a Tuesday night. Sorry to the school kids. It's a Tuesday. February 27th, Toyota Center. There's lots of pre-sale. Of course, this Friday, starting with Audrey Rose and Kevin Quinn, we're going to give you tickets and all through the weekend. But, we were talking about how expensive tickets are. I mean, it's not a joke, man. Concert tickets have gotten crazy expensive. The Guts Tour is probably not going to be any different, but what she is doing different, it's called the Guts Tour, the World Tour, which, by the way, we are only the third stop. I mentioned this last hour. We are only the third stop of this show. It starts the 23rd of February. She comes here on the 27th. She does not end this tour until August 14th. So we get the early on shows.
And third's good
And
because
she
they work
goes-
the bugs out.
Yeah.
The first two shows.
You don't want to be at the first show. I mean, sometimes
all the
that's fun.
time,
But
but
the first show's kind of fun because they're like, oh my God, it's our first show. We've been rehearsing so long for this. Let's see how it goes.
the
And
last
then you're
show's the
all
best
nervous.
because that's when a lot of times they
They
do
can
pranks
wreck-
on each other.
they can
like with
wreck
other
the whole
bands
set.
that
Yeah.
do stuff.
Yeah. So Olivia Rodrigo announced that she is going to be offering a limited number of $20 Silver Star tickets at a later date. She wants to make it more affordable for her fans to attend the show. The tickets are going to be offered in pairs, a limit of one pair per purchase, right? Because if it says if it's offered in pairs with a limit of two, it doesn't say two pairs. It just says two. How are we supposed to process that? That's two pairs or two tickets?
Two tickets.
I think it's two tickets.
Just
yeah.
two tickets.
right?
Sounds
The
like
catch is you don't know the seat location until the day of the show at the box office.
I don't like that.
I think it's kind of cool because you don't know if you're going to get like an amazing seat in the front or somewhere cool on the first level.
For 20
of course,
bucks?
you can expect the worst,
yeah.
but hope for the best.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, if you're-
and $20, I'll take that gamble.
If you're on a
if I'm a
budget
kid
and,
that loves her
you know,
so
wanna
much,
get
and take
Oh,
a budget.
yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
And think about-
Totally taking that gamble.
What's
Yes.
it fit? 17,000 people for a concert?
Right.
So there's
Is
gonna
there
be
really going to be a bad seat?
there's gonna be a lot of kids that can't get in.
What's the venue again?
Mm-hmm.
It's Toyota.
Toyota
Toyota Center.
Center.
Yeah.
So they're gonna
Yeah.
heck yeah for $20.
So if you go to Ticketmaster.com, you can register for tickets if it's too risky for you to try for those $20 silver seat tickets. If you just go to Ticketmaster.com, you'll see right there's the American Express early access registration, and then there's the regular registration on sale.
Or free's
So-
better, like Rilla said. Just
Free
listen to
is the
Kid
best
and
way to
Audrey.
go.
And all weekend.
Went in with KRBE all
Yeah, we
weekend.
got a weekend.
Take the free stuff.
Olivia Rodrigo's The Guts Tour. Okay, so the VMAs happened over the weekend. I mean, I'm sorry, not over the weekend.
Just the other day.
night, on
2 days
just
ago.
The other day, Tuesday. Was it? What did I say? Thursday? Yeah, it was on Tuesday. So Taylor Swift was there. She did not perform, but I even noticed. I was like, man, Taylor Swift's really living her best life right now. She's like loving it. And I go, is she like having? Is she having alcohol? Like I can't tell if she's like just jamming out because she's drunk. Oh man, today I don't know. If they just, I don't know how this camera was just on her the whole time, but on TikTok,
Well, it was real
there's
easy.
all
She was
these
in the front
series.
row. They just kept panning to her every reaction shot for
No, I'm
everybody.
talking about Ryan off the air. I'm saying off the air from what we saw.
the
Like there
breaks.
was a camera on her like the whole time during the breaks, it seems, because on TikTok there is a series of footage of her, and it's totally not what we saw in the VMA footage. It's just somebody in there. Like I guess they just collected all these people's, from their phones, and she's, getting served the drinks. They all look like cold waters, but hey, vodka soda looks like water. And one of them is like, my favorite is when she's having trouble getting her cup out of the cup holder because the cup was even with the cup holder, and she's sitting there trying to pry it out, and then she's like drinking and she's dancing and just having the best time of her life. And it's just so funny how that's the thing that's like, oh my God, Taylor Swift is having alcohol and enjoying a concert. Shocker.
She's in her
Shocker.
30s. It's not like she's 12.
Yeah, exactly.
I know,
It's not
right?
sneaking it.
Drunk Taylor and her crazy energy
she looked really
all
pretty.
over TikTok.
She was tan.
I could have. I like her hair different, but
She looked refreshed.
different look.
She looked
You think she looked refreshed?
You think she looked refreshed?
I was
Effervescent.
with a
not.
tan look instead of like being all white.
Yeah, but the hair was kind of like
Messy.
I slept in it. Let me
Be
clip
heating
it
on my Taylor.
up real quick.
Oh, you better be careful, Sam.
I'm just saying
No,
that's,
Swifties are
that's
gonna
what
come
the
after
hair.
you.
It wasn't her normal pristine hair
Oh,
where
yeah,
she hasn't
no.
like.
It wasn't Era's tour hair.
So you're
No,
basically
it's not
saying
that.
bedhead.
I
not
feel
bedhead.
like it was good. I will say it was like bedhead.
You think it was bedhead? I feel like it was. I
bedhead,
did a
but I was like,
braid, and then I ran around a lot, and
Why
then a
are
lot
you
of the hairs
laughing?
got wispy.
Why is that funny? Because I said I
Why
like
is that funny,
bedhead.
Eric?
Eric's laughing because it sounded like you said something else.
are ridiculous. Stop it. I had to re-say it to understand it. I hate you.
I don't know what Eric.
I hate you.
He's easily amused.
I'm getting out. I'm getting out.
Show on KRBE
I
with
hate
what's
you.
going down.
Eric, you stay in the corner over there. Bad
Go
boy.
drink your pumpkin spice latte in the corner, Eric.
All right. This is brought to you by Duncan. So, are you
And
done
Eric's
laughing?
giggles.
Are you done laughing? Because I got to do
No,
a
let him
serious
keep
story
going.
here. Okay,
Is
I'll
there a
do the
serious
serious story in a second. Okay,
The only serious story should be that we.
The Texas power grid has been cleared to exceed federal pollution limits because grid operators are struggling to keep our electricity flowing without blackouts. So the heat wave has caused abnormally high electricity demand, with the grid setting a
Shocker.
record. Yeah, Wednesday was a big record for the month of September. It was the record for the month of September. So they've got clearance now to basically go beyond those pollution limits so we don't have a blackout. So this is the story I wanted to talk about. 14-year-old John Hilgert was a gifted athlete who unfortunately lost his life during the Astroworld concert, the Travis Scott show back in 2021. So they have found a way to honor him and remember John. They started a website. Some of the dads around Memorial High School, they started this website to raise money for a new baseball scoreboard at Memorial High School. It's called the John Hilgert Scoreboard, and they went all out with a scoreboard that plays video and sound and the ability to play movies. It has his name on it. It's really, the whole story's on cron.com. It's a
really
beautiful
nice.
story.
They did that years ago. I think it was like 25 years ago. There was a boy that went to Lamar High School who lost his life. And I don't know how he passed away, but I know I did a couple of events at the field right near where you used to live, Ryan, when you first moved here on Buffalo Speedway.
Oh, yeah.
There's a field there. They named that scoreboard for that boy, too.
Well, that field was
really
literally
sweet.
like right outside my bedroom window. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They painted that place now. I'm like, oh, Ryan would not like that. It's like
Oh, my
pink.
old apartment complex?
It's like an ugly color. When I go by it, I'm like, oh, Ryan would be griping about this one.
Salmon pink. Is it salmon
I
pink?
raved about
like
that place
that.
because here's the lesson I learned. And we were in such a bind because we got the job here, and I was like, I got to find a place to live. So I'm like, they have one unit open. Don't ever do what I do. Do not get the apartment right next to the gate that opens up
The
into
first
the
floor.
complex. Every second, I cannot tell you how many times I heard that gate smash into a car, all hours of the night. Oh, man.
And then lights go into your
Headlights.
headlights go into your living
Oh, yeah,
room.
you're trying to put your baby to sleep, and headlights are coming in. People are honking at the gate. Just do not do it. Bad idea. How about some positive news? The Astros won 6-2.
Yeah.
Athletics, the A's had their 100th
Okay, wait.
loss.
Can we talk about this for a second, Ryan?
I do want to talk about this because they used 5 pitchers and they came
so
2
close.
outs shy of a no-hitter.
That's all right.
No,
It's
Ryan
a-
Presley, he was shaking his head like, I just effed this up. It was a no-hitter, a multiple pitcher no-hitter until the bottom of the 9th
Yeah.
with 1 out.
Those
And I'm
no-hitters
like,
are a joke to me. A no-hitter
So-
is
so
one
close.
pitcher goes all the way through. That's
And doesn't get a hit.
I don't like this.
Doesn't
Oh,
get
it's a
a
group
base
group effort. Who
But
cares?
it's cool when if it was that way, Aaron.
No,
it's cool. But still, a win is a win, good. And yes, that was the 100th loss for the Athletics. We play the Royals next, and they are the bottom team in baseball.
And we're
then we
going
have a
there,
couple more
so
series.
we should win if we're going on
Yeah,
the
we're
road.
great on the
I know.
road, just not at
The-
home.
People are saying we don't want the Astros to be the leaders of the AL West because then they're all home games and we're not winning at the juice box.
True.
What's going on with that? That is so crazy. Okay, coming up next, Food Wars, but it's bueno o malo. That's a little fun game we started playing a little bit ago where Special K will read the ingredients of 2 different kinds of foods in Spanish. And nobody on the show is fluent in Spanish.
And Ahmad
we
and
know
Sam
some,
will
but not
try.
enough.
We've got to guess
And they're
whether it's
gonna-
good or bad.
And
And
Eric
the-
has to
taste-
try it.
Us three,
Yeah.
because Ryan can't
He won't eat
eat
it.
certain things.
Yeah.
So us
Ryan
three, we'll
doesn't
try
eat.
and pick
He
A or
survives
B.
on tinfoil and wax paper.
Yes, I eat wax paper.
He eats wax
Crayons
paper.
also.
That's going to be our new
Crayons.
spotlight. Yes, I eat wax paper.
Say that, Ryan. Go ahead and say it.
Oh, yeah. Because you know those little things they do? Here's Eric, and it'll do some
Yeah.
like kind of cute,
So
funny
say your
little
thing.
thing. And they say, here's Ryan. I don't like posters. I mean, because they took like a one. I said, I didn't like posters being held in front of my face at
So
concerts.
go ahead, Ryan. This is your chance. Go ahead and say something.
I eat wax paper.
There you go.
That'll be the next
You guys ate
promo.
for dinner. You guys ate
That'll
for
be the
dinner.
next promo. I
Beat
guarantee.
Ryan.
I survive. Say, I survive on wax paper and crayons.
Yeah, say
say
that.
that.
I survive on wax paper and crayons.
Yeah.
You'll hear that next week, I guarantee you.
Put it up there. Give it to
All
Mo.
right, Bueno Malo is coming up next on the Roula.